For this week's SEL Tip of the Week, we are going to be exploring how to honor the silence, especially since we've transitioned onto our online learning spaces. Technology has made it seem like wait time has been even more of a challenge and something very interesting to explore. We want to still give our students times to be thinking and processing. So, here are some strategies that might be helpful for this week. The first thing is to create a routine for thinking for you as you're facilitating your questions. So those routines might be counting in your mind to a certain number. 10 is a really good number to just allow students that processing, but you can decide what number makes sense for you. Maybe you make it a routine after you've asked a question to just go and take a sip of water because that allows you to feel more at ease that you're doing something to fill that space that also allows them time to process, but they don't have to know that's why you're drinking water. Maybe you can say in your mind a form of like an affirmation or something to again, take up space in your own mind so that your mind is busy with our busy world of teaching, but also honors the silence. So maybe it might be saying silence is beautiful and okay. Maybe taking a full breath and then allowing that space to be open for learners to share their thoughts. Maybe you make it a routine for your students to just always take a moment to journal before you open up the space for dialogue. Something that has been really helpful has been setting a timer. So again, you would teach your students that after each question, you'll give them a full minute to think. Literally set a timer, and when the timer goes off, allow them to share their thoughts. This also allows them to type their responses if they're using the chat box or a discussion board. It allows students to think through clearly how they want to share their thoughts because on the online space, sometimes it just has a little bit of a different feel to it. So that has been a really helpful strategy. And then just as a reminder, we always want to teach and reinforce. So whatever strategy you are engaging in, if we need to teach the learners like the journal aspect or the timer, please make sure that you teach them first and then reinforce their thinking with like, okay, everybody take a moment just to think through what your response would be. And then I will open up our space for discussion in 30 seconds or whatever you'd like it to be. And then there's a quote here that I really enjoyed, and it says, silence isn't empty, it's full of answers. So keeping that in mind this week as you're engaging in your discussions, and I hope that is helpful. And feel free to reach out anytime through a coaching request form.